Welcome back to the Hennisphere, everyone, and welcome back to Six Flags Fiesta Texas for another weekly update of Fright Fest activities and construction updates. Right off the bat, you can see there is more progress on Goliath. The brown paint has worked its way towards the beginning of the ride. It looks like the ending half is complete, and on the 0G roll, they've got one little area of blue paint left to go over right there, turning it brown, and then most of the first loop, you can see it's got the brown color, and then halfway up the first drop. So they've got probably one more week to go on this. I imagine they'll do the lift and the rest of the first drop, top of that loop and 0G roll by the time I give another update. It is absolutely packed today. This is the line to get in the park. Man, look at the line for guest relations. It is also about, oh God, I don't know, 10 times as long as it's been the past 2 weeks. And the line for security, just to have my ID checked, because yes, they are checking IDs now with that chaperone policy in place. That took about 10 minutes to get through. It's just past 7 o'clock, so the arrival just happened. You can see some of the monsters walking all the way down here from the train. Unfortunately, Iron Rattler is closed for the 3rd week in a row. As you see, Cliffhanger going, but it looks like it must be some maintenance that's already been scheduled for Iron Rattler. I don't know why it would be down at this time all 3 days that I've been here consecutively on weekends. That's a bummer. They don't have a sign posted out front, so I'm not sure what's going on. Another week looking at a closed Kid Flash Cosmic Coaster, and the red train is still on the track. No further updates at this time. Back here looking at construction on the DC Kids area. It doesn't look like too much has been done. I see the monorail ends right there and over here, just like it did the last 2 weeks. Poison Ivy ride. It looks pretty good in terms of completion, but still nothing on Shazam. I'm gonna have to compare this to the pictures I took last time. The operations shed for Cyborg looks like it's had some work done to it since last week, and then the ride itself, it looks like it's ready for testing. It looks pretty good. The Batgirl Coaster Chase is closed. They've got a really nice sign out here that tells you where you can find the other kids' rides. I've always liked that about Fiesta Texas. They do a good job of letting you know what else you can ride even when your favorite ride is closed. I'm not sure what kind of work they're doing though. The train is backed out of the station, so maybe they're working on something under the station platform. Looking at the coaster a little more thoroughly, I don't see anything wrong. However, it's hard to see, but there is something sticking out, maybe a block next to the upstop wheels there on the front car. So it looks like they blocked the train from rolling into the station. If we move down to ground level here, you can see a lot of the old trucks ride, kiddie ride, has a lot of pieces that look like they've been ripped off of the track. So it looks like they're doing work on that ride that runs inside of Batgirl Coaster Chase. I think that's why they've decided to close this one. Somehow the line for Joker is even longer than last time. It's pretty much right here at the beginning of the queue. Go through some switchbacks, and then you go in the house. Then you come out the back and you have to wait along the back there. Here at the Daily Planet, we still have work walls up. They extend all the way around the side, all the way to the Supergirl Starflyer behind it. I believe these decorations are new. These little ghosts and bats. They have, it says Festival of Fright. I think that's different from the last couple weeks. I do want to mention that the prices are different this weekend than last. Parking is $7 less. It's $30 for general parking, but for the haunted house passes, they are now $35 instead of $30. The express pass is $45, which is the same as last time. So the parking's cheaper, but the haunted houses are more expensive. It's time to do the haunted houses. I did pay the $35 for the blue wristband. The first house is going to be Trapped. The line is very long. So I was able to do Trapped and House of Hogan, the Curse of Rougarou. I think I'm pronouncing that right. And both houses were pretty good. I think that Trapped was significantly better than last year. I can remember last year going through that house in Sposburg and there were no scares. I remember I just walked right through. No one ever jumped out. This year it had some of the things from Buried Alive, some of the animatronics actually, things that are designed to jump out at you from the darkness, and they were not working tonight, so that was a bummer, but still very gory. The lighting was pretty good. The scare actors, I think, were much better than last year. And for the Curse of Rougarou, that house has so much theming. It is just basically the walls are covered in stuff. It's like an antique shop. Very, very cool. There's a part where the floor moves side to side. They have projections in there on the floor that look like things are moving. It's pretty neat. Good scares. Very claustrophobic. But the next house is going to be the Conjuring universe. I'm pretty excited for this one. Just got out of the Conjuring universe, and I will say that maze overall was fine. The sets were great. I can tell Six Flags really shelled out some cash to make all of that look amazing, and the timing of the scares is what made the difference, really. There were some things that I could tell were just not synced up properly, so when I went through, there was a 10-second window where it should have jumped out and scared me, but for some reason it did not. Hopefully it's not because there's not enough scare actors. I feel like they have enough. They just have to get the timing probably a little quicker. Every, say, 5 to 7 seconds, stuff should pop out instead of every 12 seconds. The rooms are very tight. They're very small. But overall, that maze was fine. Some good jump scares on some of the things. I can confirm the horn works on the bus. It may scare the crap out of you, so be careful. It is roughly a 40-minute wait for Stranger Things right now. This is going to be the last house of the night. Stranger Things was a solid 30-minute wait, and I have to say I was pretty impressed. I think that was the best haunted house that this park has had in a long time. It was definitely better than the other ones that I did tonight. I did 4, and the set pieces were great. They had some animatronics that were really a step up from what Six Flags usually has. And I hope next year they improve it even more. There's some things that they could change, but that was well worth the wait. If you're a fan of Stranger Things, you will not be disappointed by this maze. I thought that the jump scares were actually really good. They looked more like something out of Universal's Halloween Horror Nights, which is very impressive for Six Flags. The timing was great, the lighting, the sounds were super loud that matched the screams, because the scare actors normally here have to scream every 5 seconds basically, but they had the audio synced. Really happy to see that, and that's gonna be it for this update from Six Flags Fiesta Texas. I am very happy to say that coming soon there will be videos every week of coaster rankings, and I have a ton of videos to post. I have posted some in the past, but as of now, the ones that were only a minute long are going to be removed from the channel, and full-length rankings will be coming soon. I have about 70 to 80 coasters that I need to upload rankings for. So if you enjoyed that 5 years ago, then you're in luck because they're coming back. But that was another day in the Hennisphere.